The Moretas were spending St. John's Day with the children's grandfather, whose feast it was. Doña Lupeng awoke feeling faint with the heat, the sound of screaming in her ears. In the dining room, the three girls, already attired in their holiday suits, were at breakfast and came crowding around her, all talking at once.
How long have you slept, Mama? Because you were never getting out.
Do we leave at once, huh? Are we going now?
I implore you. Now look, your father has a headache, and so have I. So be quiet this instant, or no one goes to grandfather. Why is it you who are preparing breakfast? Where is Amada? Oh my God, what is your wife, huh? Have you been beating her again? Why is she screaming? Is she ill?
You can go see it for yourself, Senora. She is in there.
Amada, why are you still in bed? And in such posture? You should be ashamed. Tell me, Antoy, has she been to the Tarin?
Yes, Senora, last night.
But I forbade her to go, and I forbade you to let her go.
But I could do nothing, Senora.
Why? You beat her at the least pretext.
But now I dare not touch her.
Oh, and why not?
It is the day of Saint John. The spirit is in her. She is the Tatarin.
I did not know that your wife was so powerful, Antoy.
At such time, she is not my wife. She is the wife of the river, she is the wife of the crocodile, and she is the wife of the moon.
Look, we have all passed now.
Do you mean to stand all the way?
As they eat gone their head, woman. Ah, this is your cousin,
Oh, was he in that crowd?
You repeated he does not seem to have spoiled his days for country pleasures.
I did not see him.
He waved and waved.
Poor boy. He will feel hurt, but surely fine. I did not see him.
That's the woman's privilege.
But one that afternoon, at the grandfather's, the young Guido presented himself, properly attired and brushed and scented. Doña Lupeng was so charming and gracious with him that he was enchanted and gazed after all the afternoon with enamored eyes. This was the time when the young men were all going to Europe and bringing back with them. The young Guido knew nothing of Darwin and evolution. He knew everything about Napoleon and the Revolution. When Doña Lupeng expressed surprise at his presence that morning in the St. John's crowd, he laughed in Doña Lupeng's face.
But I adore these old pieces of ours. They are so romantic. Last night, do you know, we walked all the way through the woods. I and some boys went to see the procession of the Tatarin.
And was it romantic too?
Last year, it made my flesh crawl. All those women, such a mystery, and she was the Tatarin last night. She was a figure right out flamenco.
I fear to disenchant you, Guido, but that woman happens to be our cook.
Oh, she is beautiful.
Our Amada is beautiful, but she is old and fat.
She is beautiful. Ah, I also learned to open my eyes over there, to see the holiness and the mystery of what is vulgar.
And what is holy and mysterious about the Tatarin, for instance?
I do not know. I can only feed it, and it frightens me. Those rituals come to us from the earliest dawn of the world, and the dominant figure is not the male, but the female.
But they are in honor of Saint John.
What does your Satan have to do with them? Those women worship a more ancient lord. Why? Do you know that no man may join in those rites unless he first puts on some article of women's apparel? And
what did you do?
sharp you are. Oh, I made such love to a toothless old hag. I think it is to remind us men that once upon a time, you women were supreme, and women were the slaves.
But surely there have always been kings.
Oh no, the queen came before the king, and the priestess before the priest, and the moon before the sun.
The moon? Who is the lord of the women?
Why are you so afraid, Lupe?
Me? Afraid? And of whom, my dear boy? You still have your mother's milk in your mouth. I only wish you to remember that I am a married woman.
Do not go, I implore you. Have pity on me.
No more of your comedy, Guido.
Is young Guido been annoying you?
Yes, all afternoon.
These young men today, what a disgrace they are. I felt embarrassed as a man to see him following you, those eyes of a whipped dog.
And was that all it took, Paeng? Embarrassed as a man?
Good husband has constant confidence in a good sense of his wife.
He kissed my hand. So you see, we have the instinct, the style of the Kaharian, to kiss a woman's hand, to follow her like a dog, to adore her like a slave.
Is it so shameful for a man to adore a woman? The gentleman loves and respects women. The cads and lunatics, they adore a woman.
But maybe we don't want to be loved and respected, but to be adored.
He has converted you then.
Who knows? But must we talk about it? My head is bursting with the heat.
But when they reached home, she did not lie down, but wandered listlessly through the empty house. When Don Paeng, having bathed and changed, came down from the bedroom, he found her in the dark parlor.
How can you bear those hot clothes today? Avoid the darkness around you. Where's the others?
There is no one. They all have got to sit for time. Listen, Paeng. I haven't been to the daddy, and I haven't been there since I was a little girl. And tonight is the last night.
You must be crazy. I thought you had a headache. Only low people go there.
I want to go, Paeng. My head aches worse in the house. For a favor, Paeng.
I told you no. Go and take those clothes off. Whatever has got into you, woman.
If you don't want to go, I will go with Amanda, and Toy can take us. I'm not a child anymore, Paeng.
They pulled up and waved their shawls, and whirled and began dancing again, laughing and dancing with such joyous, exciting abandon that the people in the square and on the sidewalks. But suddenly, she pulled free from his grasp, darted up, and ran into the crowd of dancing women. Don Paeng ran after her, shouting her name, but she laughed and shook her head, and darted deeper into the dance maze of the procession, which was moving again towards the chapel. He followed her, shouting. She eluded him, laughing, and through the thick of the female horde, they lost and found and lost each other again. Don Paeng found himself surrounded by a swarm of gleaming eyes. Terror possessed him, and he struck out savagely with both fists, with all his strength. He was pushed down to his knees, and half choked, half dragged to the doorway, bitten up severely with a scratch on his face.
What have you done to yourself? Why? Have they pulled out your tongue too? What are you gonna do, Rafael?
I'm going to give you a whipping.
But why?
Because you have behaved tonight like a lewd woman.
How I behave tonight is what I am. If you call that lewd, then I will always be a lewd woman.
I want this madness to die in you.
No, you want me to pay for your bruises.
How can you say that, Lupe?
Because it is true. You have been whipped by the women, and now you think to avenge yourself by whipping me?
If you think that
You
of
could
me,
think I'm a lewd woman.
how do I know what to think of you? I was sure I knew you myself. But now, you are distant and strange to me as a female Turk in Africa.
Yet you would dare to whip
Because
me.
I love you, and I respect you.
And because if you cease to respect me, will you cease to respect yourself?
I did not say that.
Then why not say it? It's true. And if you want to say it, you say it.
Why should I say it?
Because either you must say it, or you will hit me.
I cannot whip you.
Then say it. Say it. Why suffer and suffer, and at the end you would only submit?
Is it not enough that you have me helpless? Is it not enough that I feel what you want me to feel?
Until you have said it to me, there can be no peace between us.
Adore you, Lupe.
What? What did you say?
That I adore you. That I adore you. That I worship you. That The air you breathe and the ground you tread is holy to me. I am your dog, your slave.
Then come and kiss my hand.